Welcome to this explainer. I am so glad you're here. Look, if you're a business owner, an entrepreneur, or honestly just someone fascinated by how brands blow up online these days, you are in the exact right place. Think back to a decade or two ago. Word of mouth and a big ad in the yellow pages, that might have been literally all a local business needed to thrive. But today, the landscape has shifted at warp speed, and the rules of engagement have totally changed. So today, we're going to demystify digital marketing. We are taking this complex, sometimes totally intimidating world of online growth, and we're breaking it down into a really clear, structured journey. We're talking about going from being completely invisible online to ranking right there on the first page.
Let's think about this for a second. If a potential customer pulls out their phone right now, today, and searches for the exact product or service you offer, do they find you or do they find your competitor? The modern consumer relies almost entirely on search engines and social feeds to make their buying decisions. The harsh reality is, if you aren't showing up exactly where your customers are searching, your competitors are winning just because they're easier to find. It's not necessarily because they have a better product than you, it's just because they built a stronger digital presence.
Okay, think of traditional marketing. Billboards, newspaper ads, or those crazy expensive TV spots. It's kind of like setting up a beautiful, top-of-the-line storefront on a pitch-black, empty highway and just hoping someone happens to drive by. It inherently has a limited reach, and honestly, it's virtually impossible to track who's actually looking or if they even care. Now compare that to digital marketing. That is like setting up that exact same storefront in the busiest digital mall in the entire world. But it actually goes a step further. It comes with glowing signs pointing directly to the exact people who already want to buy what you're selling. It offers super precise targeting and, most importantly, highly measurable results. You aren't just crossing your fingers hoping it works. You know exactly what is working.
All right, let's dive into Section 1, Cracking the Code. We're going to get all that digital marketing jargon explained.
If you've ever felt completely overwhelmed by marketing's alphabet soup, don't worry, let's break down the big three. First up is SEO, or search engine optimization. And the concept is actually super simple once you strip away all the tech talk. SEO is really just optimizing your digital real estate. It's making sure your website is structured and written in a way that Google actually understands and trusts. Imagine you run a local bakery, right? You want to be the very first name that pops up when someone nearby searches best croissants near me. Good SEO is essentially putting up a massive, glowing sign on the internet that tells search engines, hey, we are the best answer to that search. It's how people naturally and organically find your business without you having to pay for every single click.
Now, while SEO is your long-term organic game plan, our next pillar is immediate. It's PPC, or pay-per-click. You are essentially paying to hand out highly targeted digital flyers to people who are actively looking for your services right this very second. So, if that same bakery we just talked about suddenly has a massive surplus of wedding cakes they need to sell this weekend, a targeted PPC campaign puts them right at the top of the search results for wedding cake catering instantly. And the real beauty is right in the name. You only pay when someone actually engages and clicks on your ad to visit your site. It's direct, it's fast, and it puts you front and center for the specific keywords that actually drive revenue. And that brings us to the third pillar, SMM, or social media marketing. Think of this as your digital community networking. Whether we're talking about Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn, this is where you share your brand story, you engage with your audience authentically, and you build genuine loyalty. It's really where your brand gets to show off its personality. Think about a behind-the-scenes video of your team prepping for a crazy busy morning rush, or a post celebrating an employee's 5-year milestone. That kind of authentic, engaging content builds immense trust over time. And look, at the end of the day, people buy from businesses they trust. Social media is exactly where that trust is forged.
Moving right along to Section 2, the digital marketing funnel. Here's how the whole process actually works. So how exactly do we take a total stranger who has never heard of you and turn them into a loyal paying customer? Well, it happens through a highly specific buyer's journey. Step 1 is attracting the audience. This is where your optimized SEO and those targeted social media campaigns do all the heavy lifting to grab attention and pull traffic to your site. Once they actually know you exist, step 2 is engaging and nurturing leads. You don't just ask them to buy immediately, right? You offer real value. You answer their questions. You provide helpful content. Maybe use some email marketing to keep things warm. Then step 3 is the magic moment, converting prospects into customers. This is all about removing friction from the buying process, using great calls to action and beautifully designed landing pages. And finally, step 4, measuring and optimizing results. Because this entire journey is digital, you have the data. You can see exactly which ads worked, which emails were opened, where people lost interest. You take all those insights and use them to make the entire loop even stronger next time.
Next up is Section 3, the value proposition. Let's talk about why your business absolutely needs this.
Look, in today's landscape, adopting these strategies isn't just a nice-to-have anymore. It is a fundamental necessity for survival and growth. These are the benefits that completely level the playing field. Digital marketing gives even a small local business a global online reach if they want it. It's incredibly cost-effective, offering a way higher return on investment than traditional advertising, precisely because of that targeted audience reach. You are no longer wasting money blanketing an entire neighborhood with flyers. You are speaking directly to interested buyers. Plus, it gives you a 24/7 marketing presence. Your website and your automated ads are out there working as your absolute best salespeople, capturing leads while you are literally asleep. And with measurable real-time analytics, you're never guessing. You always know exactly how your investment is performing, right down to the dollar.
Which brings us to Section 4, the solution. Meet first page ranks. Pulling off these complex, interconnected strategies takes deep, specialized expertise. First Page Ranks is a premier, full-service digital marketing agency. Now, they're based out of Chennai, India, but they have the capability and the infrastructure to deliver customized, data-driven solutions on a truly global scale. So, whether a business needs a hyper-local SEO campaign to completely dominate one specific neighborhood in Chennai, or a massive international PPC campaign reaching multiple continents, they are structured to handle the entire strategy seamlessly under one roof.
So what really sets them apart? Well, they don't do those generic cookie-cutter templates. They know every single business is unique. Instead, they focus on highly customized strategies tailored perfectly to your specific goals. Crucially, they offer transparent performance reporting. They actually sit down and show you the analytics, so you always know exactly where your marketing budget is going and what it's generating for you. Backed by a really experienced team, their ultimate focus is on long-term, sustainable brand growth. They aren't interested in just giving you a quick, fleeting spike in traffic that vanishes by next month. They build lasting digital authority.
Their mission statement really drives this home. Quote, "We combine expertise, innovation, and a results-driven approach to deliver strategies that help businesses expand their digital presence effectively." End quote. That right there is the trifecta for modern marketing success. It shows a true dedication to real outcomes. They aren't just selling vanity metrics. They partner with businesses to expand their digital footprint and, most importantly, drive tangible, measurable revenue.
All right, Section 5, transparent services and pricing. Let's answer the big question. What does digital marketing actually cost?
Pricing is always the elephant in the room, right? Everyone wants to know what all of this actually costs. So let's get into it with a clear, no-nonsense look at the flexibility available. For comprehensive search engine optimization, an indicative range sits right around 10,000 to 50,000 rupees per month. PPC management typically ranges from 8,000 to 25,000 per month, plus whatever budget you decide to actually spend on the ads themselves. Social media marketing and online reputation management follow similar, highly accessible monthly ranges. And hey, if you need a brand new, highly optimized website built from scratch to act as the foundation of your whole strategy, web design projects range from 15,000 to over 100,000 rupees, totally depending on the complexity of the build. But the absolute most crucial takeaway here is that digital marketing scales with you. Whether you're a super lean startup on a tight budget or a big enterprise ready to dominate your sector, there is a specialized tier that fits your exact needs.
So if you've been sitting on the sidelines watching your competitors scoop up all the online traffic and turn it into revenue, it's time to take action. You can reach out to them directly at +91 972 924 2461 to start mapping out your customized digital growth strategy with the experts at First Page Ranks.
I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. Are you ready to stop hiding in the digital shadows and start ranking on the first page? The tools are all there, the strategies are completely proven, and the experts are ready to guide you. The only question left is whether you are ready to make the leap and invest in your digital future. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, keep growing, and I'll see you in the next one.